settings, and then your dashboard might be more compelling. Okay, but I'm showing you the options, that's all. So just switch it on the shadow. Okay, so this visual will pop up a little bit. Okay, so again I'm going to format the same. Done. There you go. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So
Yeah.
so this dashboard, now you can we can have the same view to this also. Format and paste here. There you go. So sum of sales by year and market. So we'll remove sum of sales. We'll simply call sales. Okay. Now let's jump into creating other visuals. Line chart also I've mentioned, right? So in line chart on the x-axis, you should have a time period. On the y-axis, you can have sales. Okay. X-axis is time period, which is I'm going to pass um, year, obviously. There will be month also. Then on the y-axis, it will be sales. Okay, there you go. So we are able to see with year and month how my sales are changing. Okay, so there is gradual increase in sales. Very evident, no? Very much gradual increase in sales. Let me add segment here. Okay, so this is segment wise sales, guys, which means this is aggregated entire sales. But if you want to see how each sales are moving by segment, there's a column called segment which will tell us whether the segment is a consumer segment, corporate segment, or a home office segment. It's an interesting metric, right? So we are seeing that all the segments are increasing. There's no decline, but most of the sales are coming like the. So it's a very hard to read because all the values are, all the colors are similar. So this one is blue. So this one is blue, I suppose. So consumer segment has most of the sales. It is driving most of the sales. Okay. So we can also have a secondary axis as well. Secondary axis. So, but right now I think this is enough. Okay. Now sales by monthly sales by this thing. So whenever you are plotting this data, always look for the peaks and troughs, which means you see at this point, Jan 2015, the sales have dipped a lot. We can understand why it has happened. Here also the sales have dipped. Here also the sales have dipped like that. Okay, guys, are you focusing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shruti, how is the dashboard coming out?
Uh, Dashboard.
Yeah, how is this coming out? I mean, uh, how is this like forming? You find it interesting?
Yes, yes, Arun. It's interesting. And I just want to know one thing. You have just mentioned that the secondary access, when you are doing in that, I just want to know how we can do that secondary access.
You know what secondary axis is?
No.
Okay, so
Uh, we can.
this is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis, right?
Okay.
Now let's say you want to visualize um, customers. I would say some value which for which the scale is completely different. Let's say you are visualizing prices of your segment. overall prices of your products. Overall prices as in average prices of your product. So if you visualize average prices here in the same chart, then that line will be here somewhere at the bottom, because the scale is different. No, prices will be in hundreds, and this sum of sales is in millions. Okay. So if you are visualizing that in the same scale, then we cannot observe the trend. In that case, what we will do, we'll plot a secondary axis chart, which means the axis, there will be another axis. There will basically will be another y axis on the right hand side, and then basically we will plot that chart. Okay, that is secondary axis. Right now, don't worry about it. We'll see that later on. Okay.
Okay, Arun. I'm just curious about that. That's it. When you are telling about these y-axis, x-axis, right? That's why I'm just thinking that what would be the secondary axis. That's it.
Sure. Just try to experiment it by yourself. You will understand better.
Okay, Arun.
Okay, but that is the purpose. Secondary axis will plot something on the other side of the axis. Okay. Now, what else?
A pie chart, we can insert.
Yeah. So pie chart is there, but pie chart has become outdated. There is a similar chart which is called donut chart. It is same as pie chart. The only thing is, there is nothing going to be inside. So inside it's going to be like there will be a empty inner radius. So it's going to be, it's a pie, uh, a little with a little bit of style. That's all. Okay. So let's use pie chart. There's donut chart. Okay. So what we will do? Sales by market, right? So regional sales we can do region, and values we can add sales again. Oh, so much. So we can add market here. Okay. So nothing but market wise total share, overall share. So it is basically driven by Asia Pacific again, which is very much clear. 44, 39%. What are the other values we can add? Okay, so let's stick with one only for now, just to avoid clutter. So I'm going to say market share percentage. Okay, just how each market share is doing. So I'm going to make it a little short here, this thing, and then maybe we'll place it here. Okay, guys, we can also add a table, just like pivot table in Excel. You will when you read about Excel, you will understand what a pivot table is. A pivot table is nothing but a table which will be generated by grouping the rows. Okay, it's very straightforward. So if you, so this we got country wise sales or segment wise sales, right? So pivot this table will basically visualize that as a table, and then we'll have the exact values also. Okay. For example, here I'll say segment and then sales. So sales. So segment wise, we will have sales. Okay, simple. That's all. So the same thing is display here. Of course, we have it year on year. So will this show something different. So we have something called a region. Yeah, there you go. So we have region wise sales. This is interesting. Mm, there is region, and then yeah, region wise sales. So I think we can use this. It's interesting. So need not place the entire thing here. Just have to, okay, the title is regional sales. Okay. Actually, it's an important table, so that's why I'm planning to place it somewhere.